Hello friends, I'm Dr. Tamim. We have another topper in this recently conducted AIIMS November 2019, Dr. Varun. Dr. Varun, please introduce yourself and tell about your rank.
Sure. Myself, Dr. Varun M. I'm from BMCRI. I've secured rank 26 in the recent AIIMS, November 2019.
Wonderful. So more than I think 40,000 students have given the exam. How does it feel to get 26th?
It feels great, sir.
Great.
My hard work is paid.
Wonderful, wonderful. Anybody whom you would like to thank before we start our interview?
Definitely, sir. First of all, I would like to thank my parents, the DBMCI faculty members, my friends. They were really very supportive in the period of preparation for these 8 to 9 months.
Great. So Varun, before we start, how was your NEET performance last year? You gave NEET last year?
Yes, I had.
Okay. So how was your performance in that?
I secured 18,000 rank in the last year.
Okay, you were doing internship at the time.
Yes, sir, I was
Okay.
doing internship.
Okay. When did you start your preparation?
I started in the month of March, sir, as soon as I joined Bhatia coaching classes.
Okay.
From
Right.
then on, I
From
was
first
very
day you
sincere.
started?
Yes.
Okay. Right. So you just followed the schedule of the classes conducted in
Yes.
RN center.
As and when the subjects were completed, I used to study.
Okay. Any particular thing that you would suggest about what the next batch should do regarding the classes?
Classes just follow what is being taught, because what matters the most is revision. The newer things you add on to your notes will definitely be useful. They'll be definitely valuable. But what is most important is you need to give a lot of revisions, because what mistakes others do, you need to just avoid it, because that is possible only with revision. The newer things will add value only if the common things which you keep on making mistakes are corrected at the right moment.
Great. So basically, as the class would get over, how would you spend your typical week?
First of all, I would finish off my notes.
Okay.
And then, as much as possible, I would do only the recent questions.
Okay.
And if possible, if any new topic which was not being covered in the notes was coming as a question, then I would just review the review book or something.
Okay, and add those in the class
Yes, sir.
notes?
Yeah, add those into the class
notes. Okay. So approximately how much would you need to add every class in the class notes? Was it a lot or?
Depends on the subject, sir. Most of the part is already covered.
Okay.
Because what is left over is not at all important.
Okay.
There anyway a certain percentage of questions are never repeated, and they are least important in every exam.
Right.
If you go on concentrating on that part, you'll be missing a major chunk.
Correct.
So that part you need to anyway sacrifice.
Okay. So once the class got over, how do you plan your revision?
Revision I planned from the weakest subjects.
Okay.
And I started with PSM actually.
Okay.
So that
That's always a nightmare for all of us.
Yes.
Right. So you started with PSM, and then how many revisions were you able to do before the AIIMS exam?
I'm a bit slow reader. Sir.
Okay.
So I was able to complete. Hardly I was able to complete only one revision.
Okay.
But some of the topics skipped as well.
Okay. Okay. So having given the AIIMS exam, what subjects you thought were really very important for this AIIMS?
This AIIMS usually AIIMS concentrates on surgery, the general surgery part, PSM statistics part, neuro-ophthalmology part, and the fourth year subjects particularly, they concentrate only on the clinical side, what you practice, what you actually get to do in your internship, not the ones which are like just the theoretical aspects. They don't concentrate on that. So if you have done your internship really well, particularly in a government college or so, that will be really helpful, because the practical aspects of it you would have already covered.
So you feel what you learn in internship is very critical.
Yes,
in
sir.
Overall,
Yeah,
what
because
you actually practically do.
Yes, sir. Because most of the people keep on spending their time reading something all in internship, like theoretical part. It's not at all useful, because what they asked is just the practical aspects.
Okay. Overall, you felt the final year subjects. I mean, to summarize, what subjects you thought were really very important for the AIIMS exam?
For that matter, actually, the major chunk comes from first year and second year.
Okay.
And a PSM. Okay. And the practical aspects from final year. Okay. Because what you need to concentrate on, particularly during revision, is biochemistry, anat, patho slides, pharmac, new drugs, and the sections from forensic medicine. So, in a nutshell, the first and second year subjects are really important.
Any suggestion for medicine?
Medicine, sir, particularly from DBMCI medicine classes by Dr. Tamim sir. That is particularly like it covers most of the other subjects as well, sir. Not just the medicine part. The medicine part is extremely good, sir. Conceptually, it is really good. Not just that, even the statistics part you covered, sir, and even neuro-ophthalmology part from the ophthalm section and psychiatry part also you covered, sir. So it's like if you just read the notes, you'll be covering most of the other subjects. That's the best part of medicine in Bhatias. That's what I feel.
Now, what I meant was like any particular topic, neuro or cardio, nephro, or
I was not able to complete because I studied medicine at the last, sir.
okay.
So I just read CVS ECGs and acid-base balance. Neuro I completed off, and endocrinology I did it.
Okay.
So these were the major sections I concentrated upon because I was running short of time, sir.
Oh, great. Okay. What faculties you thought were really very instrumental in your getting this rank?
Particularly DBMCI, most of the faculty is really good. The thing is, in particular, anatomy, starting with anatomy, Ashwani sir, particularly his way of teaching, the methodology he follows, and he keeps on improving it every time. Like he has started the cadaveric sections. Now he has started posting it on FB.
Yeah.
So anatomy class, physiology class, and pathology, particularly Praveen sir, his histopathological slides, and most of the topics he covered even in Vibe. That was a great advantage to us. And Saurabh Bhatia sir class, particularly the updates, he didn't miss anything. The updates, the newer drugs, everything was being covered, and
Okay.
Vibe was really useful.
Okay, so you found the Vibe session.
Yeah, whatever was left behind in the major theory class was being covered
up in the
yes.
Vibe, right. So what advice you would like to give to your juniors about how or what they should do to get a good rank in AIIMS?
In this period of 8 to 9 months, literally everyone gets to study the same thing, and everyone, maybe 1 or 2 revisions, everyone does. What's more important is the way you keep yourself, the attitude you carry in these 8 to 9 months. Hard work, perseverance helps, but what is more important is being calm and composed and just being confident. There are grant tests, agreed that grant tests measure your preparation level, but it should not be the end to it if you get a bad rank, because there's always a scope for improvement.
Good.
So you need to go on with it.
Okay. So how many years AIIMS papers were you able to do before you go for the exam?
The mistake I made was not many AIIMS questions I did. I was losing hope actually amidst the preparation. I was losing hope. So at the end, I felt I should have done more. But I concentrated on 2015 to 2019 May AIIMS
that's
papers.
good enough. The last 4
No,
or 5
sir. In
years.
the sense, I did not do it entirely. Like
Okay.
these 4-year question papers I concentrated upon,
Okay.
I did not complete it.
Okay. So I think that's really elaborate, overview what he's given. So basically, he attended all the classes. How were your performance in the class tests?
Class test, it was good, sir. But
Okay.
what I felt was more than the classes, the grant tests are more important.
Okay.
Because classes concentrates only on one particular subject. Here, the time management and other aspects are also being tested. So,
how did you do in the Bhatia's Grand CLT?
It was very good, sir. My rank was 23. It was
it's
pretty much
almost
close to.
reflective.
Yes.
Good. So overall, how would you rate your experience with DBMCI, and any final words you'd like to say to your juniors?
BMCI, particularly what is important is the orientation, streamlining, because that is what is really important in this period of time. Because the matter of which everyone studies, the study material is almost the same, but what you need to study, what is your orientation, that is the best under the guidance of Tamim sir. So Bhatia is one of the best. Okay then, Varun. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Best wishes.
Thank you.